What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of Sports and Superheroes, the podcast where we talk about the sports and superhero entertainment news from the past week. And of course, we throw our little opinions on them. But this is the podcast where two friends talk about the two things they love. Me, Sammy, I talk about superheroes. Marcus, he talks about the sports. Say what's up to the people, Marcus.
What's up to the people? What's up, people?
What happened to all that excitement? You just was so excited about the slushy machine, and you just dropped.
Because then after I put on my hat, I remembered what the White Sox did to me Sunday.
Understandable. We might talk about that a little bit, but before we get into that, you know what the podcast is. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, like, follow, share, all those buttons. Let YouTube know you like the podcast, and then share it to people you do know, even your enemies. Let everybody know, have the fun listening to the podcast. In the links down below, you can show you all our social media as well. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You go follow us over there as well. And we also have a voice message that you can leave a minute-long voice message and talk about anything from sports to superhero stuff, our life. Long as it's not no weird stuff, we'll probably give you an answer to it. With that all being said, what I wanted to say something. Dang, I forgot. Something happened that I wanted to give a shout out to somebody, but I can't remember now. So that shout out will be not given. But yeah, Marcus, what do White Sox do to you?
Oh, hold on, man. I'm back happy again. Yeah, you right. I'm back. Yeah. So remember, did we talk about this on the podcast last week?
I don't know if we talked. We talked about. Yeah, I think we did. You asked me, did I go to a baseball game? Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah. So like I said last week, I was thinking about going to the White Sox Brewers game last Sunday, and I decided not to, and I'm glad I didn't because first off, the White Sox was winning the whole game. Started off really hot, got out to a big lead, 7-3. They were winning. Getting towards the end of the game, bottom of the eighth, Christian Yelich pitch hit for somebody and hit a 3-run home run, and the damn Brewers won 9-7. So that really sucked. I'm glad I didn't end up going because that would have been a sad walk back to the car.
Yeah.
But also, it's on brand for the White Sox because they have not been good for the past several seasons. But it's all good.
Okay. Yeah, for those who are fans, baseball is back. Baseball has kicked off. Opening game started. Opening day started for most teams. I'm pretty sure all teams.
Yeah, all games now. It started actually. It was the Yankees and somebody started last week Wednesday. Then everybody else opened up last week Thursday and Friday. So
okay,
back in it.
So if you're a baseball fan, which they don't seem to have as many as they used to because ratings are down for them and stadiums are down. But if you're a baseball fan, it's back. Side note, I don't know if you're even going to talk about this. That new pitching thing where they can challenge the pitch.
I saw it. I saw something about it. I wasn't really paying attention. So when I looked at it, I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, it seemed like it's going to be a problem. I guess they only get like 3 challenges or something throughout the whole game, or a certain number of challenges, and batters can challenge and catchers can challenge if they think a strike is a strike or a ball, so forth. And it's been changing the outcome of games. So that's gonna be it is only a certain amount of time before they phase out umpires completely. I think it's still gonna take a while, but I can see them thinking about it the way this is working out. But also it's like another sponsorship for T-Mobile because every time they do it, they say, hey, something brought to you by T-Mobile. So T-Mobile was smart to get that sponsorship.
The one clip I saw, I don't remember what game it was, but pitcher threw a pitch, back catcher take off his face mask, and it was a challenge. It happened like 3 pitches in a row. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, who is challenging it? I don't know who's challenging this. And then they put the little graphic on this, and the ball like went in the same spot, like three different pitches. The ball was pretty much in the same spot every time. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but
Yeah, it's making umpires look bad too, because they be like, how did you even think that was a strike? It was nowhere near. It's like,
what like you're an umpire, you're behind everybody.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
trying to make a call on a ball that's coming really fast at the plate, and you're behind the catcher, the batter, you're behind those two, and you're looking over their shoulders, and you trying to judge where the ball's going that fast. That's a pretty difficult job.
it is. It is. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's easy, and it's still the human element of baseball. Dealing with the ref is part of baseball. It's part of any sport, having to deal with the refs, whether they had a bad day, a good day, or they just upset with a certain person, or they don't like a certain person. That's part of the game, unfortunately. So I don't really want to see them take that away. But the fact these games is getting pricey. There's a lot of betting on these games, and people want the calls to be called right and feel like they're not getting cheated. I can understand it. I can understand it.
Hey, for this first story, pick a number between 1 and 4.
3.
Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about Luka.
Okay.
Okay, so Luka's ex-fiance filed a petition seeking child support and attorney fees from Luka after their separation. Uh, the petition was filed in California, but she lives in Slovenia.
Oh,
Very, very important.
yeah.
Here's why that's important. In California, child support is 25% for one child, 25% of the income of the the
Mm-hmm.
parent who makes the most money, 40% for two, and 50% for three children. The parent with the highest income usually pays, even if they have uh, some substantial parent time to help equalize the standard of living. Even with 50-50 custody, child support may still be ordered if there is a significant income disparity. So, like I said, his ex-fiance lives in Slovenia. She doesn't even live in California. So the fact that she filed this in California is wow. But also, it lets you know it's a money play.
Yeah,
Because
she done talked to somebody.
right, you don't even live in this state. You don't even live in the country. So how are you gonna file
Yeah.
that in California and you live in Slovenia?
Yeah, the question is, where did they get married?
So glad you asked. Bringing that now. So Luka and his ex-fiance had been dating since 2016. He first proposed to her in July of 2023, and they welcomed their first daughter later that year. The couple's second, I'm trying to keep the kids' names out of it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I'm trying to keep their name out of it. The couple's second child was then born in December in Slovenia. Luka took time away from the Lakers this past season. His daughter, his second child was born this past December. Uh, Luka took time away from the Lakers this season to be in Slovenia for the birth of his second child. While he was there in December, Luka wanted to bring his first child back to the United States with him as he was rejoining the Lakers. A disagreement then broke out between Luka and his ex, and police were called to the hospital.
Mm.
Officers did not detect any elements of criminal offense or misdemeanors by Luka during that incident. He left peacefully and flew back to the United States later that day. Luka has not seen either of his children since.
Ooh.
Luka said, I love my daughters more than anything, and I've been doing everything I can for them to be with me in the U.S. during the season, but that hasn't been possible. So I recently made the tough decision to end my engagement. Everything I do is for my daughter's happiness, and I will always what everything I do is for my daughter's happiness, and I will always fight to be with them and give them the best life I can. Uh, Luca did file an interim injunction seeking immediate contact with uh, with his daughters and Slovenia courts. So he filed a petition in Slovenia to see his daughters, but sounds like his ex did not want to move here to California,
Yeah.
and Luca wanted to bring them so he can be with his family, but she didn't want to. Now she's trying to file for child support in the state of California.
Has she? Oh, that's
Because, like I
wild.
said,
You don't want to be here, but you want to file. That's
right,
definitely a
because
money
like,
play.
it's 40% for two children. So that's why I said
And
it's
forty
wild.
percent in that country, you are a billionaire. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure.
yeah,
Jesus.
40%.
Forgive me if I sound insensitive to people that live there. I don't know y'all financial way how y'all do it, because I know in the Philippines, 1,500 you're rich.
Yeah,
1,500 a month you're rich.
yeah,
So thinking
it
about
definitely
leaving there.
it's a money grab. To me, that's how I look at it as a money grab. Because if it's really about the children, okay, file it in Slovenia where you live at. Don't try filing in California. You don't even live there. And it sounds like
Yeah,
Luca wants to be in his children's lives. He
yeah,
wanted, he tried to bring back his first child with him, and she wasn't having it. So it's a really unfortunate event.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, it sucks that the kids have to go through this. Unfortunately, they're still young, so maybe a lot of this will blow over and they'll figure this out. The parents will figure this out the right way and make sure both parents can see kids. But yeah, that sucks. Ugh.
you gotta be careful who you have children with.
Very true. Those are very true words, because that person
And
will be in your life for the rest of your life.
I also want to quote Cameron said, if you're dealing with a woman, she got a California license plates, run away. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come here, make sure that don't do it.
Mm.
Also, side note, Luca has been balling. Was April now? Last month, March. Luca has been balling. I think what was he averaging last month? Can't remember, but for the season, he's averaging 33.8 points a game, which is first in
Mm.
the league. He's averaging 8.3 assists, which is fourth in the league. He just had a historic month though this past month. I think with scoring. I think he was averaging 40 the month of March, if I remember correctly. It just as we were talking about, it just came back to me because
Hmm.
that's part of the story, obviously. But it just came back to me. But he's definitely in a consideration for MVP this season. But besides that, yeah, I hope it works out where he can be back with his children, and hopefully this situation doesn't get uh, too messy, and they can come to an agreement, and he can be with his children.
Yeah.
So feels like he loves them a lot, especially a father with little girls. That's it's different. It's different.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to be in that girl's life. You need to be in that boy's life too, but you need to be in that girl's life. Um, yeah, that I feel for Luca. That's a hard situation to be in. Like I said, hopefully they get to resolve that and they can come to a terms with each other for the kids and make sure the kids have the two parents in their lives and not feel um hatred towards either one parent or feel like they're being pulled opposite directions by parents and stuff. That's kids can feel that. Kids feel that kind of stuff and feel that tension. Yes, it sucks that y'all relationship didn't work out, but don't let that mess up y'all relationship with y'all kids. Be
I hate
adults.
parents. I hate parents that use their children as pawns
Yes,
against, against the other parent to get what they want. I really hate that.
that is not. That really sucks. It really sucks. Um, but hopefully it works out. Ah, dang. But you see, he clearly taking it out on the court because he balling.
Oh
he
yeah,
he
oh yeah.
clearly taking it out on the court.
Well, actually, Luka has got so many technicals that he actually got suspended for a game last week.
That's what I saw. I saw he got suspended for a game. I saw that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now every going to playoffs, every second technical he gets suspended for a game. So
Okay.
he has to be careful going,
Mm.
especially going to the playoffs, because he's a big part of that team. And the Lakers are only gonna go as far as he can take them. So let's go see how that plays out for the rest of the season for the
Yeah.
Lakers.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, seeing how things play out. 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again season 2 is dropped to episode 2 and 3. You see how I said, see how things play out. Daredevil, who is blind. Catch up, people. Hit me out. But the episodes were called Shoot the Moon, Shoot in the Moon, and The Scales and the Sword. So 2 episodes. I watched them both. And as you guys know, I didn't really dig the first season of Daredevil Born Again. I thought it was weirdly paced, weirdly done, not as much action. This got action. That first episode had some decent little action. The second episode, they got a little more action into it. You get Daredevil fighting a little more. They seem to understand we want the fights. Yes, we want character development, but we want the fights. As you know, Fisk is still trying to go with his vigilante law, and a trial for the first vigilante that he arrested is coming up, and it's a swordsman. Um, so he's using his therapist, who is actually working for his lawyer too, for the trial, and using her words of therapy that she interviewed the criminal, the swordsman, and trying to say that he is criminally insane and all this stuff to kind of help with the trial. But it's pretty much a show trial. He's already going to convict this guy because he's got most of the courts in his pocket to it instead. Um, we did get to see Karen. She's here, and Matt and Karen are together. But Karen has been like fighting. She's been learning how to fight, take care of herself. She done got real grizzly. And within these 2 episodes, you see she has kind of pushed past that line of just defense. And she's like, you might need to kill some people. And her and Matt are kind of disagreeing with that. Through these 2 episodes, you can see her wanting to kill Fisk, but understanding it's a kill out of necessity, not a kill because you just want to kill him. But I think it's a little bit of revenge there too. But she also is like, this is the only way we're going to stop him. And Matt's like, no, that's not what we do. So, they're going to have a little conflictiveness there, which is good for those 2 characters. We also got to see a little more Bullseye in the first episode where he is pretty much gunning for the Kingpin. He's going after his task force. He's killing task force members in the hospital. The guys that were going after what is his name? I forgot the I think not Cherry. It might be Cherry. Cherry that was helping Matt investigate stuff. He's the old cop that retired after he had a heart attack because he's still alive. In episode 1, he had a heart attack. Episode 2, we see that he's alive. He's in the hospital. a lot of other old cops come to the hospital to kind of protect them from the task force, and then uh, Bullseye comes to the hospital and kills some task force members before more of the task force come, and they take Cherry out of there so they can't get to him, so he's safe. And the task force is really starting to go door to door, wrecking shop, looking for people. They have been kind of abducting people who have either been doing semi-vigilante stuff or just not listening when they're in outside and breaking rules and shit like that. They're kind of kidnapping people. They're not even taking them to regular jail. They're taking them to Red Hook, which is the island kind of off of Manhattan or something like that, that the Kingpin kind of owns right now. We also get to see Angela, aka White Tiger's daughter or niece. I think it was his niece. I don't know that character that well, but you see her in episode 3 eventually get her uncle's or dad's medallion that gives him his White Tiger powers. She's using it. She's trying to become a hero, helping stand up for what her dad believed in and stand up for the city and go try to find out who killed him still. So she's got revenge in her eyes, but she also trying to do good for her city and her community. She actually helps Matt and Karen free people that Red Hook, the task force took the Red Hook and stole, and she slashes the tires. So she does something kind of cool, but they don't really show it. They just do that. Oh, she must have slashed these tires. We didn't see her do any action, which sucks. You really want to see her. But we did see Daredevil fighting Red Hook, and he beat up a whole bunch of task force members. And he's doing a lot more with his nightstick. And the fights are kind of really good. So far, 3 episodes in, I'm liking it. It's better than season 1. I'll give it that. But they're also doing a parallel between Karen and Matt and Kingpin and Vanessa, their relationship, these two different couples. Vanessa is really dealing with being scared of Bullseye because she did give Bullseye in the first season she gave him a deal to, if he killed somebody, she was gonna make sure everything goes away from him and help him start anew. And then she backtracked on that deal, so now she's very scared. And I don't know if Bullseye is actually going after Kingpin or actually going after Vanessa, because he did try to shoot Kingpin, but I think he was trying to shoot Vanessa, and it happened to almost hit Kingpin when Matt saved him. Side note, Kingpin did some dastardly stuff. He knows Daredevil is Matt Murdock, and his right hand man was like, "Why don't you just tell everybody he's Matt Murdock?" And he was like, "No, because it's easy to make Daredevil a terrorist, but it would be difficult to make Matt Murdock a hero, a blind man, a terrorist too." But he had this great idea to be like, "Well, he did save my life." So he put it out in the news like, "Hey, this man is missing and we need to find him because he's a hero. This is the man that saved my life." And now he has everybody looking for Matt Murdock who wants to be happy for him because they want to celebrate this hero, but that's gone missing. And they got his task force looking for Daredevil, who is also Matt Murdock. Kingpin is on some smart stuff right here. The only thing about this series I don't like is the whole vigilantes in New York. We know we have Spider-Man there. We have Thunderbolts. I think this is happening either a little bit after Thunderbolts, or it has to be after Thunderbolts where they were there. There were vigilantes in there. And if Kingpin is doing this kind of stuff, why is nobody else getting ear of this and coming and like, "Hey, you can't even, you're a mayor. You're not even a governor. You're the mayor. You can't be doing this type of shit here. What are you doing?" So I'm a little upset that they're not other heroes coming down, but we do get to mention of Punisher, and they're wondering where Punisher is. They're like, he's off doing something, and Karen's like, "I wish he was here to help us," but he's still doing his own thing. Oh, side note, the Kingpin's deputy of entertainment, Daniel, I think his name is, him and BB, the reporter, she stole some video of the Daredevil taking down the ship and used it to use in her. She has this anti-fist YouTube channel thing going on where she puts this mask on and makes fun of Fist and makes sure that people knows he's a liar. And she used that footage, and Daniel figured out she used it. And he's trying to get her to stop, but not telling her because I think he got a thing for her and they friends. But that's gonna get him in trouble. It's gonna get him in trouble. He need to wrap that up. Hey, Shawty, you gotta stop it. I got nothing to do with you no more. But he trying. That's his friend. He trying real hard. That's his friend. But he needs to stop. And I forgot what happened at the end of the episode. There was a good cliffhanger at the end of episode 3. Dang it. But dang it, I forgot what happened. Oh, Karen did shoot a guy. She might have killed a guy. So I know they're gonna have a discussion. Him, Matt, and Karen are gonna have a discussion about that. I think he's gonna tell her she need to lay low and stop being so involved because it's getting to her too much. And they're gonna have a little break apart. But dang it, I wish I forgot what happened to the end of the episode. But as of right now, I'm kind of digging the show. Not great. I'm still on the fence because it could be one episode to throw me off. You'd be like, you know what? I think I'm done. But as of right now, it's still solid. I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes. Well, realistic, I'm gonna finish it out this whole season because I finished the first season and talk to you guys about it. So, but you know me, if it's something not good no more, I'll stop watching. But for y'all, I'll keep watching this and letting y'all know. But right now, it's okay. Hit us in the comments. Let us know what you think about it. Are you watching it? Did you watch first season? Do you think this one's better than the first season? Let us know in the comments down below. Side note, Marcus, did you play what's that show? What's that movie? Star Fox?
No.
You didn't play Nintendo's Star Fox? Okay. Well, I don't know if they accidentally released something. The Mario's Galaxy movie is coming out this weekend. Probably we're going to see it with my daughter. Not gonna lie, kind of excited too myself because I like the first movie. But they had let us know that Star Fox is gonna be played by Glenn Powell, so Star Fox will be in it. But they also hint at other Nintendo characters and possibly Pokemon being in this too. So there's a chance there might be a Pikachu in this Mario Galaxy movie. So we'll probably talk about that next week if I happen to go see the movie. But yes, Glenn Powell is going to be playing Star Fox. I was a big Star Fox Nintendo 64 player. I played it, played the shit out of it, loved the game. So that is pretty exciting news to hear about that. But yeah, let us know if you plan to see Mario this weekend down in the comments below.
Hey, hold on. Wait, what you mean if you happen to go see that movie? Didn't your daughter tell you going to see that movie?
She did, but she also wanted to take her one of her friends, and I think it's um most likely my wife will take my daughter with her friends because her friends probably go with her mom. So
okay.
just to make it, unless her dad takes her, then I'll come too. That'll be different.
No. I understand. I get it. I was gonna say what you happened. You said but she said we going to see that.
She made sure I knew what day came out and everything. So she super excited. Super excited.
All right. Well, hey, this is my PSA to Tiger Woods. Bro, Tiger, I got you. I'll sign an NDA, whatever it is. I'm a private person myself. I don't care what you do. But let me drive for you because obviously this driving shit ain't working out for you. You can't do it. Let me help you. I'll drive you around. I don't care what you're doing back there. I'll sign the NDA. I'm private. I don't care. As long as you pay me, we'll be fine. But Tiger, let me be your driver. All right. For those of you who don't know, Tiger Woods was arrested for a DUI and property damage. His Land Rover rolled onto his side while attempting to avoid a crash on a Florida road. Woods, Tiger showed signs of impairment, and authorities suspect It was likely due to some type of medication or drug. The incident marks another serious crash for Tiger, who sustained multiple injuries in a crash in 2021. So, this crash that just happened, Tiger had tried to go around another vehicle when his Land Rover clipped it. Tiger climbed out the passenger side of the car. He showed signs of impairment at the scene and was arrested, authorities said. Tiger was driving alone, and neither he nor the driver of the other car were injured in the crash. He was released on bail Friday night because this happened early in the afternoon on Friday.
Okay.
Also, I gotta say, when I first saw the headline of this story, my first thought was, again? Like, come on, Tiger.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah. A breathalyzer test showed he had no alcohol in his system, but he refused to do a urine test. Sheriff's office determined that the pickup. Okay, so this is how the sheriffs determine how the accident happened. The sheriff's office determined that the pickup truck was slowing down to make a turn into a driveway off a 2-lane road with no shoulder. When the driver looked in his mirror and saw the Land Rover approaching quickly from behind. The pickup driver tried to get out of the way of the approaching car. The Land Rover swerved at the last moment to avoid a crash, clipped the back end of the trailer, then went on the side and rolled onto the driver's side door. Tiger appeared lethargic and was arrested following an in-depth roadside test. The sheriff said he does not know exactly what Woods was intoxicated with, but concluded it was likely due to some type of medication or drug. So now I'm just going to go through some of the accidents Tiger has been involved with. In November 2009, Tiger crashed his car into a fire hydrant in a tree. May 2017, Tiger was arrested and charged with a DUI after police found him asleep at the wheel with several pain medications, including Vicodin, in his system. In June 2017, Tiger announced he was taking steps to make sure a similar incident would never happen again. He checked into a clinic for professional help with managing his prescription medications for back pain and a sleep disorder. He later pled guilty to reckless driving, and prosecutors dropped the DUI charges in exchange. And then in February of 2021, he was involved in a single vehicle rollover car crash in California. His car struck a sign in the center divider and cut through a tree and landed alongside the road. Tiger said he won't hire a driver because he's too private and doesn't want anyone knowing his whereabouts. But Tiger, let me help you, okay? Let me be your driver. I got you. You obviously cannot do it. You're not good at it.
Yeah.
Popping pills because, he had back surgery a while ago, and it seems like and some of the other accidents, he broke his tibia, he broke some bones in his leg, so he's been on pain medication. Sounds like speculation. I don't know for sure, but it sounds like he may be addicted to prescription drugs.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. But if he hires me as his driver, then he doesn't have to worry about that.
Well, he still has to worry about being possibly addicted to prescription drugs. He just has to worry about running into things.
About driving around, he should over cars and shit because I don't like taking pain medication. I'm not popping pills. I'm not drinking and driving. I can help him with this situation.
You can take one thing off his plate.
Hey, I can help him. I can eat slow. Pause. I can try to help the guy out. I'm just saying.
Understandable.
Tiger ain't been right as far as golfing. Okay, we'll specify that.
Yeah.
Golfing, Tiger has not been right since he got caught with holes in different area codes, and his wife chased him
so
with that
many
golf
area
club.
codes.
Ever since then, Tiger has not been right on the golf course, and everything else seems to be falling apart in his personal life. So,
Very true. Very true.
Tiger, let me help you. NDA, if that's what you want me to sign, that's fine. Well, like I said, I'm a private person. I don't care what you're doing. As long as you ain't harming me or harming others, I don't care what you're doing, backseat G. I'll drive you around, get you to your tournament, to your doctor's office, wherever you need to be. I got you.
Yeah, that he hasn't been the same since that situation. It's been a steady decline since that situation. He had like spurts of goodness and then just right back dropped down. And I mean, the fact that I hadn't heard about him in like a couple years, I would say was kind of a good thing. But I guess you being still alive and getting news about you is a good thing. But come on, Tiger, get a driver. You make too much money to not have a driver.
Facts. Like
who else got caught driving?
I think I know where you're going. I got a story on that too. Wait a minute. Who you gonna say?
JT, Justin Timberlake.
Okay, nope, that's not who I'm talking about. I got a story about somebody else.
Who else got caught?
You know what? I was gonna hold that story to next week because we'll talk about March Madness for my last story, but I'll tell you about that in my next story about the other person who.
Okay. Well, speaking of people getting caught, DC decided to throw out another Supergirl trailer out there. Yes. So they're trying to not get caught with their pants down, throwing out a Supergirl trailer. That means there's a big movie coming out. So, of course, you got Mario Galaxy's coming out this weekend. So they wanted to make sure it get played in front of that. So they dropped another Supergirl trailer. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was in on the first trailer. I liked it. This trailer is good. It's good. They give us a little more about what the movie's about. They let us know that basically Supergirl Kara is going on a mission to save, I forgot the name of the dog, Crypto. Pretty much save Crypto. Some alien gang hits him with some kind of poison, it seems like, that lasts like 3 or 4 days. And she has that amount of time to find them, get the cure, and bring it back to him. So it's a save the dog mission, which I know a certain demographic of people are going to eat up. So they're going to love that. But then also in the midst of that, she's going to meet a girl who's on a revenge mission for, I think the same aliens killed her parents. So they have a reason to work together. But in this trailer, we even get a Lobo talking in this trailer. He's talking to Supergirl. And of course, Lobo is being played by what is that man's name? I just blanked on his name. Who's the dude that played in Aquaman?
The guy with the long hair.
Yeah. Jason Momoa. There we go. Jason Momoa. And Lobo sounds like Jason Momoa, which we know sounds like Aquaman, but it works really good as Lobo as well. It works. He's the weird new Aquaman, and he is the Lobo we wanted. It works. I know people had issues with his makeup in the first trailer. In this one, it doesn't look any better, but it still feels comic accurate. I think they could have made his darkness of his eyes a little lighter or a little thinner. But I get what they're going for. But I'm still excited for it. I'm still excited for this movie to see where it goes. Millie Alcock, I'm really interested to see how she plays her Supergirl. She has a couple cool lines in it, and then she also uses her supervision or heat vision. It looks cool. So I wasn't always the biggest fan of Supergirl. I just thought that was just Superman, but a girl version, basically. But I'm getting interested in this character she's playing with it because it's a more adult, fuck the world kind of Supergirl. And I'm just doing what I need to do to be happy. Like in it, you get the first like few minutes of the trailer. Superman's talking to her, asking her to come settle down in Earth so she can find her people and get to know people and build a home there. And she's like, "Hey, my boy, my people are dead. My people are gone. I have no people. I have this dog. This is my home." So it's that whole I'm alone in the universe story and someone hurt my dog. It's basically superhero John Wick. In a crazy galaxy adventure. So that's a good recipe for me. If that's what it's gonna be, I'm on board. Um, there is rumors. I hope that's not the Superman appearance in that movie. I hope there's another one. But they did say he would be in the movie. But I hope there's another one where he's actually there with her and not talking to her through a screen. But yeah, I'm all for it. Also, we had a Harry Potter trailer. If you didn't know, yes, if you didn't know, there's a new Harry Potter series that are basically retelling the same movies that used to be back in the past. They're doing the series and just going through the movies again in a series form. We got a whole new Harry Potter guy. I mean, we talked about this because they changed Slytherin Snake into a black man, and everybody was very upset about that. Racists were upset. Harry Potter fans that aren't racist were upset. Harry Potter fans that were okay with it were still kind of upset. Yeah, they were all upset. But I watched the trailer.
But why? Why were they so upset?
Because they don't think he should be black. So the issue is, from what I gather, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I've just really watched the movies, and I've only watched like 4 to 5 of them. I didn't watch the whole thing. But from what I'm gathering in the books, Slytherin Snake bullied Harry's dad.
Okay.
And then Harry's dad. Maybe Harry's dad bullied Slytherin Snake and then took his girl or something like that. So they're saying it being a black man is hurting that aspect of those characters and how they meet. And I'm like, he can still bully him. He just don't bully him racially. Just bully him for being a guy you don't like. It doesn't have to be a racial bully. You can just bully a guy. What are we talking about?
Here's the thing. That's because when white people bully people, especially of a minority person, they go straight to racist comments. They don't know how to crack. They don't know how to crack jokes like black people. Like, we'll talk about you from your head to your toe. Talk about your whole appearance, the clothes you got on, and the way you talk. Everything. White people, when they don't know how to crack jokes, they go straight to racism.
Yeah,
like, they don't know how to.
They really don't.
Snap or wherever you called it, where you're from or your era. So
yeah, they really don't. They really don't. And it's sad. But apparently the trailer's getting decent recognition. People seem to be liking it to an extent. I'm gonna show my son because they watch all the Harry Potter movies. He went on a Harry Potter kick and he watched all the movies and he started to get into Harry Potter. So I'm gonna show him the trailer for this and see if he likes it. And if it's something he likes, maybe we'll sit down and watch it together. Give you a little father-son time. Watch this show that he might be into. We'll see what happens. One other thing, the Last Airbender season 2 of the live action series is coming June 25th. They announced it a couple days ago. I did not watch season 1. I didn't watch. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. No, 2 episodes. 2 episodes of season 1, and I didn't like it as much as I thought I would, so I let it go. but I probably would tune in to season 2 because they're bringing Toph on, and I want to see how they do Toph in this show because Toph is one of my favorite characters in the Last Airbender Avatar. So I want to see how they do her in it. I'm really interested, and I know they were getting a lot of backlash because they changed something slightly of her hearing disability, her being blind. I think she's deaf now instead of blind, maybe. So I want to see what that change. Maybe she still is blind. I'm not sure. They did something, and people were kind of upset about that, but they said it would make it better or change it. We'll have to see with that. Um, I just hope they don't mess it up. They did such a good job, apparently doing great with One Piece. One Piece is doing great on Netflix for them. This live action adaptation is doing great. It's getting talked about all over. I'm not a One Piece fan. I've never watched One Piece. I may have watched 1 or 2 episodes here and there, but never really been rock solid with One Piece. So I have nothing. It's not for me. So if y'all love it, I'm happy for y'all. I know how it feels to have something you love be redone and shown, and you see the positive. You see people that actually love it, put passion into it, and give you a good product with it. So touche to y'all. I'm glad y'all having fun with it and y'all enjoying it. But it's not for me. Maybe one day I'll try to sit down and watch One Piece. But I'm not really a pirate guy. Not a pirate guy. But yeah, Marcus, you ever heard of One Piece?
No.
So it's basically the quick synopsis of it. It's an anime that is surrounded by pirates, and one of them trying to be the king of the pirates and find a certain treasure, that a huge treasure that one guy left, and said, if you find this treasure, you'll be the king of the pirates. And in it, they have these things called gum fruits that gives you different kind of powers, some good powers, some crazy powers. And the main protagonist is Luffy, and he eats a gum fruit that gives him Fantastic Four powers. Like he gets to stretch, Mr. Fantastic. He got stretchy arms and stuff like that. He's like a rubber band. That's the powers he get. But when you eat this gum fruit, you also lose the ability to learn to swim. So if he falls in water, he drowns. And being a pirate, you're always by water. So that's a kind of catch there. But yeah, that's basically the premise of it. And they sail across the world trying to find this treasure and trying to become the king of the pirates. So if you like pirates, this is right up your alley. And if you don't like pirates and you like anime, you probably should check it out a little bit and see if you like it.
All right. Well, I teased this in my last segment. So let's talk about it. Somebody else who's not good at driving, Vince McMahon.
Oh, Jesus. I thought he was dead.
He's like 80 years old now. But,
Did you watch? So I am meaning to derail you. Did you watch his Netflix thing?
No, but I heard it was good.
It is good. I watched it. Me and the wife watched it. It is good.
I can only imagine what that creepy old man was doing to women. I'm like 100% positive he had some women in there naked and offering stuff that he should have been offering.
Yeah, he was doing that wild stuff too. But some of the stuff that they were doing on camera, that you think like, why was you doing this? Some of the women were okay with it, like, and it wasn't like, he's a guy of power, so they have to do. No, some of them were their idea to do, and they would egg it on. So it's really crazy documentary. It's really.
I will say, like I watched. It was the WWF then in the 90s, the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
And now I go back and watch some of that stuff as an adult. I was like, how did they get this on TV? What? That's crazy.
Yeah, it was doing some wild stuff.
Never happened now. Hey, we grew up in the best era. Hey,
we did get away with. They got away with a lot.
Also, side note, I know we're getting away from everything that has to do with the podcast, but just right quick, our era that we grew up in is so dope. And here's the reason why I say that. Because when we as kids, we grew up and we got to go outside and play outside in the neighborhood and had to be in the house when the streetlights came on in the summer. You had to physically walk to your friend's house, knock on the door, or call their house, see if they can come outside. Yeah, we had freedom. We was outside playing. But as we became adults, we grew up with the technology as well.
Yeah.
So as we reached our 20s, we grew up with the technology, but we were old enough and smart enough to use that. We grew up with that, and now we're here. That's why I think our era was so dope because we got both worlds. We got to see both worlds. We're the only generation that's going to and really experience that from a child, still having a childhood in the old days, growing up with the technology as it takes off. So that's why I say we had the best era growing up. All right, now back to Vince. So the video came out like February of this year of this incident. So Vince McMahon was driving his 2024 Bentley Continental GT on July 24th, 2025. State police said the Bentley, which can cost over $300,000, was going 100 miles per hour. Dash cam video shows Vince approaching a BMW in the same lane, appearing to hit the brakes and swerving into the left lane at the last second. The Bentley clipped the rear of the other car before smashing into the left lane guardrail and going back onto the highway, creating a cloud of dirt and car parts. No one was seriously injured in the crash. Besides damage to the rear of the BMW, another vehicle driving on the opposite side of the highway got struck by flying debris. This is when the story gets a little wild. Vince was cited for reckless driving and following too closely. A state judge in October allowed Vince to enter a pretrial probation program that will result in the charges being erased from his record next October if he successfully completes the program. He was also ordered to make $1,000 charitable contribution. State police said the trooper was trying to catch up with Vince on the highway and clock his speed before pulling him over. They said the incident was not a pursuit, which happens when police chases someone trying to flee officers. They said it did not appear Vince was trying to escape the trooper. And in body cam video, the trooper says to Vince, "I'm trying to catch up to you and you keep taking off." So Vince says, no, I'm not trying to outrun you. When troopers asked why Vince didn't change lanes sooner to avoid the crash, Vince denied looking at his phone and added that he hadn't driven his car in a long time. And he also says that he was trying to get to his grandchild's birthday party. That's why he was driving so quickly. The video also showed Vince talking to the driver whose car he rear-ended. After Vince was given a traffic summons, he shook hands with the troopers and they wish him well. I will say, if you haven't seen the video, watch the video because they treated Vince like he was the one who got hit instead of the person who caused the damn accident.
Okay.
And it's crazy that they did not call it a chase or a pursuit because the officer said, "I was trying to catch up with you, and every time you took off." Vince was driving 100 miles per hour. He clipped the BMW. They opened up his door. They treated him with so much respect, so much like he was the victim, and like he wasn't the one who caused the crash at all. The video is wild. And yeah, like I said, he has to give up $1,000. And if he completes this program, it's off his record by this October. So very different from Vince incident driving 100 miles per hour, clipping the car, and Tiger Woods driving and clipping the car. One got arrested, went to jail, released on bail later that day. One was like, "Oh, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. We have to talk to you right now. Be on about your business."
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like, again, allegedly, it looked like Vince was on something as well.
Oh, of course.
It looks like he was on something as well. So I'm gonna say, allegedly, apparently, that's what it looks like.
Oh, wow.
Similar situations. So one was driving 100 miles per hour. Two different results. One went to jail for a couple of hours. The one was like, be about your business.
That's wild.
Look at, if you have time, you or anyone's watching, if you haven't seen the video, watch the video. It's insane. And like I said, the fact that they did not call it a pursuit when the trooper clearly says, every time I tried to catch up with you, you took off.
That's the definition of pursuit.
It sounds exactly what a pursuit is. I'm just saying. But it happened in Connecticut. The WWE headquarters is in Connecticut. So there you got it.
Did they charge him with anything?
No. No. They said as long as he complete this course, the charges will be dropping the race off his record by October. He just has to give away $1,000 as a charitable donation, which is a penny to him. Vince is a billionaire? If he's not a billionaire, he's a multi-millionaire.
He's close. I think he's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah, so $1,000 is nothing.
That is nothing.
Barely on the wrist. So, yeah. I do not want to drive for Vince. Tiger! Holla at me. I've helped teach 3 people to learn how to drive. I can help. I'm not even going to teach you. I'll do the driving for you. Tiger. Holla at me.
I mean, I'm going to go check out that video. But if you also have time, watch the Justin Timberlake video. He had his team try to suppress the video for a very long time, and he comes out looking really good in the video. He doesn't look too bad. Like, yeah, he's drunk, he's driving drunk, but he has this one joke where they have him. He's reading over his information to make sure it's all correct, like his name, how they spell it, age, date, his race. And when he's looking at it, he says, "White?" I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm white. It is hilarious. And it just makes him more likable. It's not the down spiral thing. Yes, you are drinking and driving. Do a quick, look, don't do what I did. Don't drink and drive. Don't be that dumb guy. Get a taxi, get an Uber, have somebody else say you, or sleep it off. But yeah, you could do that real quick and be good. This doesn't paint him in that kind of light. Now, Vince McMahon, not at all. You painted it in a bad light because you are a bad man. You did something bad. You should have went to jail. You should be in jail right now, awaiting trial for failure to stop. And what is it? Flee, which is a felony. So yeah, he should be in jail. Oh, so much more than $1,000 little slap on the wrist.
Yep.
Oh wow.
It definitely like he was impaired. He was on something as well.
Well, that's crazy. Well, let's hit you with my last story tonight. We're talking Invincible. Episode 4 and 5 came out. Episode 4 was Herm. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Episode 4 kind of was a filler episode. There was a little bit of things of nuggets in it, but it's mostly a filler episode. It was good filler, fun filler, but it's a filler episode. Basically, Mark goes to hell. He gets summoned there by Dark Blood, or Damien Dark Blood, who was actually trying to summon Omni-Man, but since Omni-Man is in not on Earth, it's the next person of his bloodline, which is Mark. Mark ended up coming down there to help Dark Blood take on Volcano. I'm gonna just call her Volcano. She's a villain. I don't know how to pronounce her name right. Don't watch the episode. You can hear it. And then we learn within the Invincible universe, there is a hell, but it's not the same kind of hell we think of. It's just another realm. And you don't go there because you do bad things or do good things. We learned that there isn't a hell, but we also learned there is a Satan. And Satan is Dark Blood works for Satan, and Satan is trying to keep Volcano down there so she doesn't unleash a big ass like monster that will go and take over the earth and bring the earth into destruction. So of course Mark is there to help Dark Blood. He ends up beating her. He's stronger than all of them, so it's not a big issue. The weird thing about the episode, they gave Satan Mark had to beat this Cerberus, I think that's what it's called. It's that animal, that dog with 3 heads that was guarding this crown to give Satan his powers back. But even when Satan got his powers back, he just got real big, but he didn't really get stronger or anything. Mark ended up beating Volcano and was like, hey, hit me up next time she comes up. I'll come help you again. But in this, Dark Blood talked to Mark because Mark was having issues of thinking he's a bad person. And he's like, look, the fact that you care whether you're bad or good lets me know you're a good person. And it gave Mark a different perspective of who he was being, and the fact that he cared, that people cared that he was bad or good, made him actually care, made him actually a good person. So that was a little character development for him. But at the end of that episode, we got Alan the Alien to come back with Omni-Man and telling Mark, hey, we need your help. Right before Adam Eve was going to tell Mark she's pregnant, they came back. So Adam Eve didn't get to tell him he's pregnant, which happens that way in the comic books. So the episode that happened on is what's the name of this episode? Give Us a Moment. So this episode, fire. This episode was wild. We get what's his name? Nolan comes back and he's asking Mark, hey, I need your help. We are about to fight. What are their names? I always mispronounce their names. 1 second. Where'd that go? It was just right there. How you pronounce their name? Viltrumites. Okay, sorry. Viltrumites. He's like, we need your help to fight the Viltrumites. We've gathered all these different weapons that do hurt Viltrumites, but we need you. You're one of the strongest Viltrumites on Earth or anywhere, so you can help us tip the scales in this battle. It's going to be a war, and there's a good chance you might not make it. Mark's like, look, I know if I don't go and you guys still lose, the Viltrumites are going to come here. So I'm going to go and help you. But that doesn't mean we're good. I'm doing this because I need to make sure the Earth is safe for the people I love. So you're not really giving me a choice, but I'm going to go. And then Oliver finds out his dad came here and didn't see him, and that Mark is leaving. And Oliver's like, I'm going too. You need my help. I'm a strong fighter. And Mark is like, no, I need you to stay here on Earth. And Oliver said some deep shit. He was like, look, I wasn't old enough or strong enough to protect my world and my mom. I'm not going to let somebody hurt my new mom. I'm going to go fight. You need me. I'm a strong fighter, and this is what's going to happen. Give it to Oliver. He knows what, hey, he like, look, this is good. He spoke his mind. I'm not mad at him. Right now, I think Oliver is like close to like either 18, 19. I think he's in that age range because he ages quickly because of his Thraxan I can say that fucking word, but I can't say Viltrumite word. Damn it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I pulled the Vraction. I can't say it now. Damn, Thraction out of my head, out of nowhere, remembering his other part of his alien race. So they decide to go, but Nolan wanted to apologize to Debbie about how he left and about calling her a pet and destroying and murdering people and then having another child out of wedlock and all this crazy stuff. He wanted to apologize. And Mark told him, like, are you apologizing for you or are you apologizing for her? Because if you're apologizing for you, you don't need to do that. That's not going to help her. He's like, no, she needs to know I apologize. She needs to hear it from me. Which, to an extent, yeah, it was just for him. It wasn't for her. It was for him. But he did apologize to her, and she was like, and I don't fucking want you here. You're an asshole. You're a terrible person. Get out of my house. Your words are not going to fix it. It's not something you can fix. You always think you can fix everything. And Nolan had to sit in that and just be like, yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up. And he said he's going to still try to make up for his mistakes. But she was like, I don't want you to. And he left. So, their story is not done yet. But we're going to get back to it. I haven't read the comic books. So don't spoil it. If you read the comic books, don't spoil it in the comic books. But I already know they might be getting back together. But whatever. So, Mark and Oliver go to space with Alan and Omni-Man. They're going to fight the Viltrumites. I said it good there. In the process, they also get Tech Jacket. A lot of people are going to be upset about this. So Tech Jacket in this show is a female. In the comic book, he's a man. In the comic book, his name is Zach. In the show, her name is Zoe. And people are going to be upset. They're going to be very upset about that, about them gender swapping Tech Jacket. I know they're going to be mad. And there was rumors of it possibly they were going to do this. Some people looked at some clips of Tech Jacket and said those look like boobs. And his spacesuit, her suit looked like boobs. And they were right. So that was... I don't know. I'm not that familiar with Tech Jacket. I don't know that character that well. So either way, it doesn't upset me. I get if you love that character and they gender swapped them, that could be upsetting. I can understand that. And then I don't think they needed to because this show has a very diverse group of female, male, different races. And sometimes I think they have a binary character on here too. I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong about that. But I don't think they needed to do this switch. I don't think they needed to do this switch. I'm not upset about it, but I don't think they needed to do this switch. I think it's going to bring more dislike than like to comic readers, not just people that love the show. Just for me, doesn't matter. I'm okay with it either way. But so they got Tech Jacket too. She's coming with them. And on the way to, they're going back to, I forgot who, they're going back to Alan, the alien's planet. And in the process of doing that, a Viltrum ship finds them and attacks them. So it is Conquest and two other Viltrum warriors start fighting with them. So we get this awesome fight between Conquest and two Viltrums and some kind of side guys they have that's shooting at them with Alan the Alien, Omni-Man, Invincible, Oliver, Tech Jacket. They're all fighting them. And they're holding their own against the Viltrumites here and there. And then Oliver gets smashed by Conquest, and Conquest almost explodes his head. And Invincible Mark grabs Conquest and takes him to a planet and starts beating the mess out of him on a planet. And Conquest gets killed by Mark. but in a gory fashion in the process of Mark strangling Conquest. Conquest reaches into Mark's chest and is pulling out his intestines. And this is so gory and an awesome fight. It does look not the greatest because the animation is very simple. And this is where I can see people getting upset with the animation. This Conquest and Mark fight, they should have pulled out the stops on this animation unless they plan to do it later on in another episode where they go crazy with the animation. They should have put a little more detail in it because at certain times it just looks like blocks of these characters and it doesn't look the greatest. You can see the animation and the details of things drop, but the fight still was good. And that's where we have this people are on riding the fence on, do you want a good story or do you want great animation? And as we talked before, Robert Kirkman said he wants Invincible to come out once a year. He has like 9 to 10 seasons planned. He wants it to come out every year. And to do that, your animation will take a dip. Because to do an animated show in a year, it's not going to be super detailed. For me, it was noticeable. I'm an anime fan, so I know they put details in their fights, and their fights go crazy. And in Invincible, you can see where they slack on animation. They use still shots to have characters slowly move across the screen, and you know it's a still shot of that character. They didn't animate that character going across the screen. They just slid it over. So they have moments like that and where they show not a lot of details in the characters. Either their character models aren't as detailed as they normally are doing fights and stuff like that. That's gonna be bad. But back to the show. We'll see how other people feel. Let us know how you feel about the animation in Invincible. I can't say it's top tier because there's been some top tier animations. But at the end of the show, Mark is on the ground. Looks like he might be dying. We know he's not going to die because it's his show. But his dad comes down and Oliver comes down and they're going to save them. Tech Jacket and Alan the Alien somehow sneak onto the Viltrumites ship and hides out, and the Viltrumites don't know where they are, so they're searching space. And they have this crazy line of, where are they at? How could they hide? It's space. There's nowhere to hide. Of course, why would you think they're on your ship? If you can't see them in space, they have to be on your ship. Come on, guys. But I am all in on this show. This show is great. Great action, great storytelling, great character development. We're seeing Mark go through so many different feelings of grief, of uncertainty, uncertain if he's a hero, uncertain if he can stay a hero, uncertain if he's going to be like his dad, trying to figure out right from wrong. And now we know after this war, he will be a father too. So that's a whole nother amount of things that he's going to have to balance on top of everything. I'm in for the ride right now. This is one of the best animated shows this year. Mind you, I think we still have X-Men 97 coming out this year. And I think there was something else coming out this year too. But right now it's at the top for me. For regular shows. Now I'm not talking about animated shows. I mean anime. I don't consider this anime. I consider this a regular American cartoon. Anime shows is still not beating Jujutsu Kaisen right now. Jujutsu Kaisen's on fire right now. But yeah, that's what I think. Let us know in the comments. Are you watching Invincible? How are you digging these last 2 episodes? Yeah, let us know in the comments. What do you feel about that? And one of these days we're gonna get Marcus to watch at least the first episode and get his feedback on that first episode. But yeah, let us know in the comments down below.
Before we wrap up, just one quick thing. Let's talk about March Madness. We're down to the Final Four. We got UConn versus Illinois and Arizona versus Michigan.
Okay.
The games Elite Eight, the game Sunday with UConn and Duke was a very, very good game.
I seen that.
I was in the bar watching it, and when Mullins for UConn hit that D3, the whole bar exploded. It was a crazy play, crazy sequence.
Yeah.
Didn't think UConn was going to come back and win, but they pulled it off. Arizona beat up on.
Hold on. In your opinion, what should Boozer had done in that situation?
Well, hindsight is 20/20, right?
Okay, understandable.
So the dude passing it, they pass it to the Cameron, the other Boozer, they're twins.
Yeah.
You pass it back to the guy who bounced the ball, pass it to Boozer. So when he caught the ball, right, he really did not need to make that pass because they most likely would have fouled. I mean, they would have probably went for the steal, but they was trying to foul him because he had the ball and he had two coming for him. And when he messed up he jumped.
Yeah.
So when he jumped, he had to get rid of the ball. And he was looking to pass the ball ahead. When in actuality, he still had two players behind him. He had the guy who inbounds the ball, who passed him the ball, who was open. I'm assuming I have to look at the play again because there's 3 Duke players back there and only one defender. So one of them is open. But at that moment, you get the ball, you thinking, I got to play keep away.
Exactly.
Make a pass, he jumped. They both jumped, tipped the ball. And when Mullins shot the ball, I was like, that's not going in. I'm like, that's a little too far out of his range because when he shot it, the way his legs kicked, I was like, that's a little too far out his range. But damn it, he swished it, nothing but net. And his prop is Chris Mullin, who was a good shooter in the NBA. Okay. So shout out to him. They turned the ball over, but you still got to make the shot.
Yeah, you still got to make the shot.
It wasn't like it was luck and went off glass. They threw that shit was nothing but net. So it was amazing. It was amazing.
I seen a shot where they were looking at one of the Boozer's twins' dad. They were looking at him.
Yeah.
And then they panned to the other guy's parents, and his mom was like, "Oh my fucking God!"
Here's another thing. Okay, now if you're a Duke fan, you have a legitimate beef with this game and how it ended.
Yeah.
So yes, Connecticut, UConn made the deep 3, but after that play, Duke called the timeout. Connecticut and Hurley headbutts the referee.
That should have been a tech.
Technical.
That should have been a tech, and they should be getting 2 shots.
So that's the first technical that should have been called. Okay. The second one was they hit the 3. A player from Connecticut's UConn's bench runs on. He didn't run far on the court, but he ran on the court. Technically, you get technical. I don't agree with that one. It's a side of the game. I don't agree with that. I'm glad they didn't give him a technical. Technically, you probably could have gave him technical. Glad they didn't. Scratch that. But the coach getting into the referee's face and headbutt.
Yeah.
That, if you're going to give one technical, that's the one that should have been given. So if you're a Duke fan, you could be upset.
They did have a 19-point lead that they blew.
Yes. Because once they got up, I'm not gonna lie, I stopped paying attention.
Yeah.
And then I saw Connecticut was getting back in the game. I was like, okay, it's getting close. They got the 6. I'm like, oh, we got a game here. So yes, Duke blew the lead. Great shot. You got to make the shot. But if you're a Duke fan or you had Duke winning in on the bracket, you have a legitimate beef because that should have been a technical on Dan Hurley.
Yeah, that definitely should have been a technical.
What is it? You blew a 19-point lead. So You
True.
can't say that's the reason why you lost the game.
So, you really can't say, but you say you should have been able to win the game on that tech.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't have even been in that position at all. But anyway,
True.
Final Four is this weekend. The 4th, which is what, Saturday?
Yes.
Saturday, the 1st. And then the championship game will be Monday, the 6th. So by the time we do our next episode, we will have a new NCAA champion. This last year was Florida. So I got root from the home state. So I want Illinois to beat Connecticut. It will be dope if we get 2 Big Ten teams in championship, Illinois versus Michigan. But Arizona looks unstoppable. But Michigan also looks good. I'll go Illinois, Arizona.
Okay.
Probably Arizona winning it. But I gotta go for the home state, but I don't know if Illinois, if they make it, if they beat Arizona. Fuck it. I'm just going with the home state period. Illinois to win the national championship.
I think UConn has that championship pedigree. I think somehow they're gonna pull it out and win the championship. Like, right. I think they took out the top seed. Like, and they had to work at it. It wasn't a easy victory. You played from behind, so I think they're gonna take that momentum and win it all.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at these scores. Okay, I'm just going to give you Arizona scores, and I'm going to give you Michigan scores. So, first round, Arizona beat Long Island 92-58. Second round, Arizona won 78-66 against Utah State. Third round, Arizona beat Arkansas 109-88. Elite Eight, Arizona beat Purdue 79-64. And then in Michigan, they beat Howard 101-80. They beat St. Louis 95-72. They beat Alabama 90-77. And they just beat the hell out of Tennessee 95-62. UConn, first round, won 82-71. Beat UCLA 73-57. Beat Michigan State 67-63. They just beat Duke by 1, 73-72.
Mm-hmm.
Illinois beat 105-70. Beat VCU 76-55. Beat Houston 65-55. And beat Iowa 71-59, which I'm glad they beat Iowa and actually kicked their ass because I had Iowa people texting me talking shit. I just didn't respond. Even after they won, I didn't respond. I'm like, whatever. So yes, both games Saturday should be great. So we'll see how it plays out. So
definitely,
you say Connecticut? You taking Connecticut?
Yep.
I'm going to go with the home state, Illinois. But my mind telling me I should pick Arizona, but I'm going with Illinois.
Okay. So, yeah, let us know in the comments who do you pick to win the championship, and we'll see who does it next week. But with that being said, thank y'all for coming through. Appreciate y'all listening to the podcast, sharing the podcast, letting your friends know about the podcast. Hit that like, that subscribe button. Let's get them subscribers up. Hit the follows on all our social medias. And if you would like to leave us a voice message on the voice message link down below, ask us a question about sports or superheroes, our life in general, and long as it's not no weird shit, we'll probably answer it. I'm going to log into the message thing today to double check stuff. I keep forgetting to do it. So if you have left a message, I'm sorry. We will check it down.
They cursed out. They keep like these motherfuckers. That's as much as 2 months ago.
I think I would have got an email though. I think I would have got an email saying a message was left.
No, we definitely would have got emails. I think someone did. We got email letting us know.
So yeah. Well, with that being said, thanks for watching. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.